What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-on-1. And today we're going to be talking about what exactly did I do when I was released from supervised probation. Alright, I was on probation since I was a damn juvenile, taking piss tests left and right, failing them left and right, because I couldn't quit smoking the old devil's lettuce, ladies and gentlemen. Good old devil's lettuce. But anyways, let's just jump right into it. Alright, first, before I tell you exactly what I did after being released, we got to break down who I was as a person. Okay, it all started, saying around middle school and then really elevated into high school. Okay, in high school, I mean, honestly, anyone who went to school with me knows one thing. If they don't know anything, they know one thing about me, and that was I loved Mary J. I mean, I used to take bathroom breaks just to go hit the bowl. Come right back to class, gassed the hell up. I'm like, damn. And it didn't even affect me like that back then. I could smoke weed and that was like my normal state. When I was sober, I was like, I mean, it's hard to explain. When you smoke a lot of weed, it's almost as though you're just normal. You're normal and it is what it is. You're not really high, you're just chilling. And when I was sober, I mean, I was just bored. If that's the best way to put it. I felt more bored than anything. That's why I smoked weed. Weed really killed that boredom. And it actually uplifted my spirits to do other weird things. Get creative. It helped my creative side. But yeah, in high school, man, I used to take bathroom breaks, smoke a little bowl, smoke a cigarette, whatever the case was during lunch. Shoot, if we didn't have no bowl, we would buy a soda can from the vending machine and smoke some weed straight out the soda can. I've smoked out of apples. I remember someone had a damn apple bowl. He didn't have no money for a soda can, but he had an apple, cored out, and we were smoking weed out of a damn apple. I'm not gonna tell exactly where it was at in the school, but yeah, man, crazy stuff. Smoking weed was like second nature to me. And I loved it. I even came into class sometimes, and when the teacher left, I would draw a huge pot leaf on the chalkboard. You know how many times I went to the principal's office for drawing a pot leaf on the chalkboard? I didn't give a shit. Look, I was the kind of kid growing up in high school, if the teacher got sassy at me, I would throw the desk. I would throw the desk all the way at the freaking front door, and the teacher would be terrified, calling security. Security come, people look at me like, this dude's freaking nuts, I had anger issues, man. I had some serious anger issues when I was growing up, but somehow I still made the baseball team. I still made that look, when I made that high school baseball team, people were like, what the Sam hell is going on here? Especially those cats that didn't make it. They're like, how the freaking hell did this dude make it but not me? It's because I was a lefty, bro, and I threw that gas, homeboy. That's right. But anyways, I went to prison. Now I got weed leaves tattooed all over my back. Okay, long story short. It's crazy how it ended up like that. But I've always loved weed, man. Always have, and I probably always will. But there is a catch, okay? Now, let's go into the day that I was released from supervised probation. Like I said, as soon as he's like, you're done, you're good, don't come back. Don't come back, Chief. I said, oh, I'm not. Man, first thing on my mind was weed. I said, man, I'm just, even if I don't want to keep smoking weed like I used to back in the day, I just want to at least hit it and be like, man, I ain't got to worry about no piss test. It's kind of like, the dude I had on the show the other day, he said something pretty powerful. He said, it's not that we're convicts. It's just that we have a rebellious spirit. We have a rebellious heart, and that's true, Some people just want to do their own damn thing, and they end up going to prison for it. You can't do that in this world. You can't just do what you want to do, especially in a country with so many laws. And we're going to get into some of these crazy freaking laws here in a second when it comes to devil's lettuce. Some crazy stories that's messed up as hell. But anyways, I was released from probation, and I said I'm going to smoke me some bud. I'll never forget. I'm going to smoke me some bud. And before I smoked it, I went and did a couple things. I bought me a little quad piece, and I went to the bong shop and bought me like 3 bongs. I spent like $400 in this bong shop buying pure glass bongs. I was ready to go. I said, shit, I'm about to crank back up like I ain't never cranked up in my life, okay? It was a big mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say that. I remember I was at my homeboy's house and I tested out this. It wasn't a bong, it was like a bubbler. Okay, I had 2 bongs and a bubbler. And I packed up the bubbler just because it was little and it was easy to unwrap. And I packed it up and I hit it. I said, oh, you know, I should have known better. I shouldn't have hit it as hard as I did because, ladies and gentlemen, when I say I was gone, I was gone. All right, but it didn't take about 15 to 20 minutes for me to really feel it. So I left my homeboy's house before it even really took into effect. I started to feel it a little bit. I was a little mellow and chill. But it isn't really until I'm alone when it really hits me. So I'm driving back home and boom, you know, I'm like this. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. I said, oh man, Josh, you need to snap out of it. Because I realized to myself that I'm zoned the hell out. I need to snap out of this. What the hell's going on? I was staring at the line of the road, and that's it. I wasn't even looking at anything peripheral, anything around me. I was just staring at the line of the road, and I was zoned out. And then I realized I was doing this, and it made me freak the hell out. I'm like, man, I am way, way too high. You know, and my heart started beating fast. I thought I was going to faint. Everything, my vision started turning white a little bit. I said, what, man, was this damn weed laced or something? You know, so I was freaking out. I pulled over on the side of the road, gave myself about 5 minutes, and I thought I could handle it. Pulled back onto the road, started driving. I said, oh, no. I pulled back over, got out the car, and walked around my car a couple times looking suspect as shit. Got a quad of weed in the trunk, some bongs and bubblers. I'm looking suspect as hell. I didn't even give a damn. I was that damn high. I wanted to get out and snap out of it. I had the AC on full blast. I was freaking out, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, I came to a little bit of wear down, just enough for me to get home. And it is what it was. I said, man, damn. You know, I tried to pace myself. After that day, it just wasn't working. You know, it just wasn't working. So I ended up giving all the freaking bongs and bubblers away to my homeboy. You know, because I was like, man, I guess weed just ain't for me no more, man. You know, I can't handle it. And that was my first experience smoking weed when I got off probation. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say my tolerance was just too low. I probably should have just taken it slower. And you're right, I probably should have. But, you know, it really messed me up getting that high. I said, man, screw this stuff. Gave away the bongs and the bubbler, but I still kept the weed. I couldn't part with the weed, man. I said, man, I'm just going to keep the weed just in case, you know. And I slowly tapped it here and there, rolled it up in a J, and slowly tapped it here and there, and it was working for me. It was working for me, and I was kind of enjoying myself again like I used to. Look, back in the day, smoking weed was literally like a hobby, okay? I mean, it was just something everyone did, okay? And if you think that your kid's probably going to school and he ain't smoking no weed, you better think again, okay? That shit's everywhere. I mean, look, it's everywhere as grown-ups now, you know? So, yeah, just think again. Don't get it twisted. Now, there are some kids, some straight A students, whatever the case is, even straight A students smoke that reefer, but there are some kids that say no, pass on the grass, you know? And there's other kids that say, quit parking on the grass and pass that jank, you know? But, yeah, that was a horrible experience with weed when I got off probation. I'm not going to get into details on too much of what I do now, but weed, man, in my eyes, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. There are cases out there. I swear on everything I love, go look it up on Google. There are cases out there where people are lacing weed nowadays. So you got to be very careful. But at the same time, the weed nowadays, even if it's not laced, I mean, it feels like it is, okay? It is some powerful, powerful stuff. And that's not just because I have low tolerance, all right? It's not that. Trust me. Just take my word for it. This weed nowadays is almost as though it is genetically or whatever enhanced, unlike it ever was, all right? I mean, some of this weed that I see pictures of, I'm like, what the hell? There's no way that that would grow naturally. You will never see weed like that naturally. This stuff is being breeded, I guess you could say, breeded or whatever. I don't know the correct terms, and there's a lot of freaking weed cultivators out there that can help me out with this, but they're being mixed and mingled, and they're coming out with these crazy strains of weed and stuff, man. And that just brings me to a point of like, hey, what exactly are they doing to this weed, man? You know, to make it like this? Because it's not cool, man. To a lot of people it is, you know, but to some people it ain't. Let me read something I found on Reddit really quick. This guy says, I simply just can't handle my shit anymore on weed, man. I get way too high and it bums me out. Weed used to be such a fun and chill thing for me. But about the first hour of my high, it's pretty uncomfortable. My heart is pounding out of my chest. I feel like I'm high as hell. Usually that would be a good thing, but it's uncomfortable to me now. I get all paranoid and antsy, and I get the shivers when I'm not even cold. Smoking less amount helps me somewhat, but I still get the same effects, just at lower intensity. I miss the beginning of smoking, sad face. It was the funnest thing ever, and now I'm just all weird and can't enjoy it. I mean, maybe my time with Mary is over. I've learned a lot and became a better person and open-minded, so maybe I don't need it. But I still want to be able to handle that occasional joint. And have a good time. Wondering if anyone else has similar situations, experiences, or words of advice. Thank you. And it just goes on and on. Sativa, indica. They're telling him to try smoking indica. It's much more chill. You know, I shouldn't have to go out there looking for a certain blend. Okay? Every weed should be the chill and mellow weed. Okay? Sativa. I mean, what exactly makes your heart race on sativa? What is it? I don't understand. But there's tons of other people that feel the same way, you know, and some of these guys, they smoke on a regular basis, and they say some dealers they won't even go to because they have the craziest weed they've ever smoked, and it's not chill no more. And I completely understand what these people are going through. So it just makes me wonder, like, what the hell is going on with reefer nowadays? What are they doing? People are saying they're picking the buds too early, and the THC levels are too high, and the CBD levels aren't high at all. So the CBD's what levels everything out. I don't freaking know. Like, damn. Since when did everything get so technical? Working out, smoking weed. I mean, it's damn. Come on, man. Everything is so technical nowadays. And speaking about technicalities, we're about to talk about some technicalities about reefer. Okay, we're about to talk about California prison system. It ain't illegal to possess marijuana, but it's illegal to smoke it in the penitentiary in California, which is absolutely unbelievable. We're going to be talking about a cat from Chicago that ordered, I think, 42 pounds of chocolate brownie, weed-laced brownies. Okay, this is a crazy story as well. But first, we're going to talk about something I seen on Cops last night. Or not Cops, Live PD. That's right, I watched Live PD last night, and this was just some messed up stuff, man. All right, dude gets pulled over in Texas. They find an oil pen, I guess, or whatever those pens are that have just the oil, and like a vape pen, but it's filled with weed. Y'all know the correct lingo. I don't. Anyway, those are not that bad, actually. You know, I've actually tapped those a few times. But anyways, he found this weed pen. All right, and they can test for that stuff. They just crack it open and dump the oil in the tester, and boom, it comes up for THC. Don't think they can't test oils out there, all right? Anyways, he goes, well, we found a significant amount of THC in your pen here, and unfortunately in the state of Texas, it's a felony. A felony for a weed pen, okay? Let me read something to you really quick, all you Texas cats out there. I'm sure it's in other states as well, probably in Virginia. But check it out. Under Texas law, possession of up to 4 ounces of marijuana plant is a misdemeanor. You can have up to 4 ounces of weed in Texas, and it's only a misdemeanor, all right? Now, if you're caught with the extract of the hash or resin from the same amount of plant, however, and possession is a felony. Wax, resin oil, vape pen cartridges similar to those used in electronic cigarettes, having any of them is a felony. This dude on cops or live PD yesterday. No criminal record. No criminal record. They found a weed pen in his car. His life is ruined. Pretty much ruined. He's got a felony on his record now because of a weed pen. This cop, man, that's the type shit. When I see that shit, it makes my blood boil. Okay? There's no way in hell that I can charge a man that has no criminal record. There's no way that I can charge him with a felony for having a weed pen. And then he loses all of his rights, all these very important rights that makes us Americans, all because of a weed pen, whereas in other states would have just been let go. It's legal. Okay, this whole weed and legalization thing is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, and it makes me feel as though if they're gonna legalize in one state, every state should have it legalized. Okay, that's why I say states. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, states. You have the president who looks over the whole country. And then you got the governors. The governors handle the states. The states, okay, it's almost as though they are their own countries, okay? Even though they're all wrapped around the same government, they are their own. And they have the right to legalize and delegalize something, you know, however they do it. But each state is almost like their own country, which is bullcrap to me, okay? Every state should have the same damn laws, okay? I mean, people are getting tricked up, becoming felons because they just crossed the border not knowing in that state it's nothing like their state, even though that's why I say you got to know the laws, man. You got to know the laws before your life is ruined. You're sitting in jail or prison because of some petty shit like that. Some differences in the laws. And you know, all these laws are just tricking things up, just like the California prison system. It says you're allowed to possess a small amount of marijuana because it's legal. It's legal, but you're not allowed to smoke it. Makes no sense. I mean, you're still going to get these in-house infractions and have your level probably increased, but as far as going to the courts and seeing a felony charge for having weed inside of prison, you're not going to see that, which is absolutely wild to me. It is. I mean, it's cool that they're not going to get no felony, but at the same time, you're going to tell them you can't smoke it, but you can possess it. You can't smoke it. So this whole weed and legalization thing is just getting ridiculous. Check this out. A guy from Chicago, Illinois, I believe. He ordered 42 pounds of chocolate infused weed bars or something, and they sentenced this man to 4 years in prison. But guess what? They sentenced him to 4 years in prison 2 days before they legalized it. That is some petty shit. And you know, I feel completely sorry for him because he has cancer. He's been battling cancer since high school, and he's had half of both of his lungs, bottom part of his lungs removed for cancer, testicular cancer, and it's spreading, and he uses this stuff to self-medicate, he says. And what makes it even sadder, he has a damn bulldog behind him in the picture. Damn bulldog, man. You can't convict anybody as a pet bulldog, and he has cancer, you know? I could never be a judge. If the guy came in and said, yeah, he committed 5 armed robberies, but he has 3 bulldogs as pets, English bulldogs as pets, I'm going to say, man, insufficient evidence, not guilty. Go home to your old bulldogs. Take care of them, love them, cherish them. Because I could have sent you to the pen, my friend, but it was because you're bulldogs, I let you live. Oh, man, you know, but that's what makes it even worse to me. The dude's taking pictures with his bulldog, looks like his road dog. And the bulldog's looking sad too. I'm like, damn, this is a sad story. But yeah, dude got sentenced to 4 years in prison 2 days before they legalized it. The council or whatever of that state, they legalized it, but it ain't gonna go. They say it ain't gonna go into effect till January 1st, 2020. But still, that should all been taken into consideration. That, you know, this is about to be legalized. If I was a judge, I'd been like, man, I'm just gonna let it slide. You know. This is a turning point in this country, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, back in the day when I was in high school, thinking about weed being legalized was just a dream. It was a dream. No one thought it was gonna happen for real, but it sure enough did. It sure enough did, and I'm living to see it. So yeah, I just wanted to bring all these little weed stories to your attention. There's a lot of other ones out there. You know, stuff's getting crazy. All these states legalizing, and some states ain't following suit, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, man. That people are being sent to prison still behind weed, especially violations and probation, smoking weed. Like, damn, you know, getting sentenced to 5-10 years because of smoking some weed. That's crazy. But anyway, stay tuned. Look, I'm doing a lot of, cause I'm going out of town next week, North Carolina, Cherokee area. If y'all want to chill, meet up, whatever, let me know in Instagram. And anybody out there that has done time in crazy states, I really need someone from Hawaii, man. I don't hear nothing about cats being locked up in Hawaii. I don't know. I know there's plenty of convicts out there. Old bounty hunter was locking people up left and right. I know there's some pretty dangerous hoods out there as well. So anybody out there who's done time in prison in Hawaii, come my way, man. I would love to have you on the show, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers would too. And anyone else from any other states, make an Instagram if you don't have one and contact me. My name on Instagram is deathibring, not Lockdown23-1. That guy's catfishing girls on Instagram. I reported him. Ain't nothing happening. You know, this guy, I got a lot of people using my images on dating profiles and all kinds of stuff, man. You know how many girls I've had contact me say, look, this guy has been posting your stuff on dating websites and all kinds of things, man. This guy's actually trying to sell clothing lines and stuff using my name. But that just comes with the territory when you start doing stuff like this in social media and having a following. People will take advantage of you, man, and your name, even pictures of your children. So be careful. Be careful. But yeah, links and all that good stuff to my Instagram is in the description of the video. Hit me up. Let me know your crazy prison. Even if it's not a crazy prison story. Look, I've had some cats on here that's been telling some crazy stuff lately. You do not have to amount to the level of craziness. I just want to know about that state that you live in. It could be the easiest going prison bid you ever did. People need to know about that state. Okay? If I haven't talked about the state, I want to know about it. And it's a great way for you to shout out your YouTube channel or your business. You know, I let you shout out all your stuff for absolutely free. All you just got to come on and do is tell your story. You can do whatever you want, you know, at the end of the video. I'm not hating on anybody. I want to see people progress in life just like I'm doing. And if that means just telling your prison story, getting a free shout out to your business, hey, I don't mind it, man. You know, I support the cause. But anyways, like I said, all the links to this stuff is in the description of the video. Add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Even though I don't use Twitch and I don't use Twitter too much. But Instagram, I'm definitely on. My other channel, 23 and Fun, I live stream every single day. Okay, and it gets crazy. The other day, I just slammed my controller. PlayStation controller, I was pissed. I got robbed. Man, I've been getting robbed lately, man. On Blackout. I swear. But we're about to break 200 dubs. That's right. Old Death is going on 200 dubs in Blackout. You know, I think we got 153 or something like that. So go add me up on 23 and Fun. The channel is growing and the viewers is consistent on these live streams, man. We have a good community in there. And go check out all my handmade artwork on my Etsy page, okay? Guaranteed to turn heads if you were to hang it up onto your wall in your crib. And also my Teespring for all your merchandise. 23-in-1 t-shirts, Square Life t-shirts, Chef Death t-shirts. I got them all there at Teespring, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I salute to every last one of you who've been supporting me since the beginning and everyone who's just now joining the Lockdown compound. Y'all be easy and be safe out there.